Hello, intuitive friends, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Lexa Tarot, and I am a second degree Reiki practitioner, as well as an intuitive tarot and oracle reader. And if you are interested in learning more about me, my client testimonials, or my credentials, just take a look down below in the description box. All my information is down below. For those of you who are my subscribers, my YouTubers, for those of you who are my subscribers, visitors, and new to the channel, welcome. My name is Lexa Tarot. Thank you so much for your love, your loyalty, and your support here on the channel. If you're watching this after the live stream, feel free to take a look down below in the description box, and there you will have timestamps. Those timestamps are going to lead you straight to your reading. Okay. This reading is individually for Aries. I have an individual timestamp for Leo and an individual timestamp for Sagittarius. Okay, so if you are Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, all three of you will individually get a reading. A reading. This is for the singles collective. So if you are single, then these messages are for you. Okay. All right, intuitive friends, we're going to jump into the reading. And for those of you who are watching, welcome. Just if you can, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Drop a rose in the comment section if these messages are resonating for you. And as I said, this is for the singles collective, and it's for December. Okay, so it's our December reading. All right. All right. It's going to be kind of like, it feels like it's going to be a long one. I have a feeling that's going to be a long one because today we're going to be talking about what release may be potentially occurring for you in December in order for you to clear the path or clear the past connections and finally open the door to the love that you deserve for 2026. So we're going to get a little deep here. And of course, you guys know how much I love to give clarity. Okay. All right. So we're going to start off with Aries. And please know, you will see actually, I should put it over here so you guys can see it. There you go. So I'm going to put it over here. And then, of course, you'll know which sign I am focusing on as we keep moving forward. Okay. All right. So we're going to jump into Aries, single Aries. Single Aries reading. Hello, Aries. Hello, single Aries, and welcome back to the channel. Whether you are an Aries sun, moon, rising, or if you are an Aries in other placements on your astrological natal chart that focus on the areas of love, marriage, partnership, connections, okay, and love, then those areas are, if you're an Aries in your Venus, or an Aries in your Juno, or an Aries in your 5th house, or if you're an Aries in your 7th house, then these messages are also for you. And that being said, here, Aries, welcome. Thank you so much for being here today. My name is Lexa Tarot, and I am a second degree Reiki practitioner, as well as an intuitive tarot and oracle reader. And if you are interested in learning more about me, my client testimonials, or my credentials, just take a look down below in the description box. Today, I'm going to be channeling messages for you, single Aries, focusing on what you may potentially be releasing here, or the releasing that may be potentially occurring in the month of December in order for you to clear past connections, clear past residual breakup, the breakup, separation, divorce, okay? Whether it's mental memory, emotional memory, okay? So we're going to see how you can clear the past connections here and finally open the door to the opportunity for love to come in, and a love that you may deserve here, in 2026. Okay, so let's see what clearing may be potentially occurring here for you in the month of December. And that did a huge peekaboo here, and that being turning pain into purpose. Your struggle can become the foundation for your greatest strength. And this feels here, Aries, as this unfolding potentially occurring for you in the month of December, of you not worrying about the fact that you were single, not worrying about the fact that, you're in a point here where your single status isn't an issue. It's not something that you're like stressing about. Okay. It's something of you taking the opportunity that you are single, taking the opportunity that you're not in a connection, and turning that pain, turning that breakup, separation, divorce, or that residual memory or emotion of that, and turning it into something that you can switch, shift into purpose, whether that's your soul purpose, whether that's your life purpose, whether it's you focusing on building, rebuilding yourself, analyzing what is your heart's desire. It's you focusing on you and not worrying about what the next step in love is, because you're so busy working on yourself. You're so busy pouring, nurturing, building. It's like that spring cleaning of the heart chakra so that you can show up better, stronger, more focused in whatever connection may potentially unfold for you in 2026. So this is a great opportunity for you to work on you, but also a great opportunity to turn your struggles in the area of love or in your love life, and really analyze how to strengthen, build, stabilize, and secure your heart here, is how this is coming through. Let's see what else is coming through for you, okay? Of course, we're going to unravel what may be potentially unfolding here for you. The release. Okay? Doubts on the surface. Someone's trust in you is starting to waver. Okay. So for some of you, there may be some trust issues. Trust issues that you need to take a look at, that you should revisit and see how you can heal those trust issues. I'm also feeling here this energy of being being very uncertain, maybe uncertain about the dating landscape, uncertain about if you are maybe at the right place to start opening that chapter again. Maybe even for some of you, you've been turning this pain into purpose for quite some time. And the struggle here is, well, how do I make room for my dating life? How do I make room to connect with someone? Because I've been so focused on my comeback, so to speak, right? On my heart's desire, on my career, on my job, on my schooling, on the things that provide that stability and security in your life because you can depend on you, right? And because you can depend on you, you don't question your ability to depend on yourself, but you do question the ability here for someone to meet you at where you are. And where you are is creating or strengthening this foundation in your life, because you can count on being able to be present, physically, emotionally, mentally present in your life purpose or in your life path. So like in your work, at your work, what you do for a living, your work, your career, your job, like you trust yourself. Like you're like, I know that I can do well. I know that I can take that pain and turn it into purpose. And for you, it may be a struggle to see, now that you have, or you are turning pain into purpose, how you can even, number one, trust someone again, or you may feel a bit uncertain on how you can juggle both your passion meaning your job, your career, and also give the attention here to your love life as well. Let's see what else is coming through for you. You have here small favor. I'm hoping you won't mind helping me with something minor, okay? And I feel that this is speaking about the fact that you have been the type of person in your past or recent past where people have depended on you. People have relied on your ability to be generous, your ability to give, to stop what you're doing and to be able to help and to give to others. And there are some of you here that this potential release in December may have you confront ways on how to strengthen your boundaries, as well as how to create healthy boundaries, so that whatever trust issues may have occurred in a breakup, separation, or divorce in the past or recent past don't resurface. Because some of you here may have had a situation where trust was an issue, whether that was deception, whether it was the lack of clarity, whether this may have been a lack of transparency, maybe even uncertainty in a connection in the past or recent past, that you kept giving. And for whatever reason, trust became an issue. And it started to create a wedge in your past or recent past. And so that heartbreak, that pain, that breakup, separation, or divorce here is you in the month of December turning that pain into purpose, into creating or figuring out how you can strengthen your boundaries. How can you create healthy boundaries? What are the important questions that you need to ask while you are getting to know someone, so that you understand where they're at and they understand where you're at? For you to heal during this time of being single and clean this residual energy of doubt and mistrust, as well as the script that you may have in the back of your mind, thinking, oh, this happened to me because I was a good person, and that breakup, separation, or divorce, I shouldn't have been that nice, or I should, that storyline. And this is saying that that's not the case. You're just a generous, good person. but a person who may need to go back to the drawing board here while you are single so that you can see how you can heal from the mistrust, deception, lack of transparency, or whatever this breakup, separation, or divorce may have created as a past memory, as a residual energy. And so I feel here that's that release here that may be potentially occurring for you in December. And again, it's occurring so that you can clear these past connections, emotional memories, mental memories, and finally allow yourself to open to love in 2026. Let's see what else is unfolding here for you. Aries, you have here enlightenment. Look at that. Enlightenment. Remember that I talked about this stepping back, this type of reflection, taking advantage of the fact that you are single and using that single status as a way to soul search, as a way to do the introspection, to do the healing, the growing, and to learn to see that breakup, separation, or divorce was actually the catalyst needed in order for you to shift and change certain things, learn from certain things, and grow wiser. So although this enlightenment, it says moving forward, and that's what this unfolding is for you in December. You're cleaning house, so to speak, emotionally, turning that pain into purpose, working on yourself, and moving forward in 2026 with the mindset of being and showing the new version of you, the version of you that's not jaded, the version of you that isn't so doubtful, that isn't jaded, that isn't pushing someone away because of the pain this situation, circumstance, event, breakup, separation, or divorce may have created inside your heart. And remembering as you're doing the soul searching, as you are realizing the important lessons that you need to apply, and understand that this didn't happen to you, it happened for you, so that you can attract people that are in your energy, or that like attracts like. So people that are equally as generous, as passionate, as healed and open as you are. But this is the groundwork here in December. In December, as you know, we're in the year 2025. It's the year 9, and 9 in numerology is about closing chapters. So it's about once and for all cleaning all of this, taking advantage of the fact that you are single, and taking the time to heal. Now, this right here is an oracle deck, but it's very giving this energy of the Hermit card in tarot. And the Hermit card in tarot is ruled by Virgo. So there is this deep analytical thinking involved here. And again, that's why it says here, turning pain into purpose. Your struggles can become the foundation of your greatest strength. It's your phoenix moment, rising from the ashes. But in order to do that, there is a deep reflection that is required of you. Let's see what else is coming through and give more clarity here. Doubts surface or resurface here. Ooh, all right, here we go. Remember that jaded energy I mentioned earlier? There we go. It's you clearing this energy of feeling like you're going to get hurt again, deceived again, that your heart is going to break. This is the one who hesitates. So it's taking this time here in December and releasing this, or clearing this residual energy of past connections, of past memories, of past emotions that have left you, right? Either consciously or unconsciously, in a place where you automatically either doubt someone when you meet them, or you just have a knee-jerk reaction of not trusting them due to whatever situation, circumstance, or event may have happened in the past or recent past. And so December, the release that may be potentially occurring in December for you, in order to clear those past connections and heal your heart chakra, is to walk away and heal this, the hesitation within you, heal the sense of being afraid to get hurt again. And it may be a little challenging because it may require you here in the month of December for you to take a look at that shadow self. Because if you look here, this person, her eyes are closed. She's not looking at my left-hand side. She is placing her hand in front of her face. And here in the shadow, and I don't know if you can see it, but hopefully you can, it's a shadow of a person who looks like they are playing a violin. Okay? So there may be this narrative that you have in your mind over and over and over again that you may be replaying either consciously or unconsciously, that may be creating a little bit of a blockage here in your heart chakra or in your love life. And so that feels here like this is why this energy is saying, take advantage of the fact that you are single. Take advantage of the fact that you are able to take your time in the healing process of this journey and be more reflective. And of course, that sense of aha moment of being enlightened so that you can move forward in 2026 with a healthier script, okay, and less jaded energy. Last but not least here, Aries, let's see what else is coming through for you. Intuitive friends, if these messages are resonating for you now or resonate for you later in December, feel free to drop a rose in the comment section. That lets me know that these messages resonated for you in some way, shape, or form. And don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like, share, and continue to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Last but not least, with some small favor, let's see what else is coming through here for you. What release may be potentially occurring in December in order for you to clear the past connections, the residual energy, the breakup, separation, the divorce, right? The pain, the memories of that, so that you can finally open the door to love, and a love that you deserve. Let's see what's coming through here for you, Aries. And you have here strength. Look at that. You leaning into your emotional strength, mental strength, spiritual strength. Okay? This is you being able to tame. Okay, now I know it says strength, but this is also a very big lion here. And this person is able to tame this lion. Now, this lion symbolically may represent your self-sabotaging thought, limited belief, the script, you know, that violin in the background, the sense of mistrust or not being able to trust, the jaded energy. And this lion represents your ability to be able to tame that. Your ability to be able to manage the areas that you need to work on, or the areas that you are wanting to work towards, that you are saying to yourself, you know what, I have the strength to tackle this lack of confidence. I have the strength to tackle this sense of mistrust or jaded energy that I automatically have the moment I meet someone, because I keep fearing. And the more that you focus on the fear, the more the fear expands. And so the strength card is saying here to you, you can shift that energy. You can lean into your mental strength, emotional strength, spiritual strength, energetic strength, and confront these things here, these storylines that have come through. And not only can you lean into that sense of strength, but you could also move past it, because you can turn this breakup, separation, or divorce that you encountered in the past or in the recent past, this could be recently, and you can turn your pain into purpose. The purpose of healing, the purpose of growing wiser, the purpose of what this says here, I can deal with whatever comes my way. Resilience, like the phoenix rising from the ashes. Beautiful message here for you, Aries. I hope these messages have been insightful. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like, share, and continue to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And don't forget to drop a rose in the comment section. I wish you the best of luck, and I'll see you soon. Up next, we have Leo. Intuitive friends, welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in and for being here today. I hope these messages are insightful for you. Today, I'm going to be focusing here on, today, I'm focusing on here on the singles collective. So that's number one. Okay. Number two, I'm channeling messages here, focusing on what you may be potentially releasing here in the month of December in order to clear past connections, storylines. All right, making sure here. Yeah, there we go. Clearing the storylines, clearing residual energy so that you can open yourself up to the best that you can here, so that in 2026 you are ready to step into 2026 with a clear heart chakra. Okay. All right, intuitive friends, I just finished channeling the messages here for actually this like this for Aries. We're not going to jump into Leo. All right, so this is again the singles messages, the singles reading here for all of you who are single. And we're going to do the fire signs today. And then, of course, tomorrow, or maybe later on tonight, I will be channeling messages for, actually later tonight, I'll be channeling messages here for the earth signs, followed up by the air signs, and then the water signs, okay? So by Sunday, we should be pretty much all the singles readings should be up. And again, if you missed the Aries reading, no worries. When I finish channeling these messages, I will be adding the timestamps here for all this, for the fire signs. That being said, up next, we have Leo. Hi, Leo, and welcome back to the channel. Whether you are a Leo sun, moon, rising, or if you are Leo in other placements on your astrological natal chart that focus on love, connections, partnerships, marriage, and partnerships, and those areas are as follows. If you are a Leo in your Venus, or if you are a Leo in your Juno, or if you're a Leo in your fifth house, or if you're a Leo in your seventh house, then these messages are also for you. Thank you so much, single Leo, for tuning in and stopping by. My name is Lexa Tarot, and I am a second degree Reiki practitioner, as well as an intuitive tarot and oracle reader. And if you are interested in learning more about me, my client testimonials, or my credentials, just take a look down below in the description box down below. For those of you who are my subscribers, my new viewers and visitors alike, I want to thank each and every one of you for your love, your support, and your loyalty to the channel. I greatly appreciate it. Ooh, what's coming up for you, Leo, already? All right, so you have how many? 2 cards? Yeah, you have 2 cards that have come up. Well, the messages that I'm channeling here today, Leo, is what release may be potentially occurring in December in order for you to clear past connections, past memories, past emotions from a breakup, separation, or divorce, so that you can finally open the door to love and the love that you deserve in 2026. Okay, so we're gonna talk a little bit about the shadows of this, but we're also going to focus on other things as they unfold here. Okay, because I don't know what's unfolding, but first you have here betrayal's scar. Forgiveness is not about condoning. It's about releasing yourself from the burden of pain. So the potential unfolding here for you in the month of December, single Leo, in regards to your love life, in regards to clearing past emotions, connections, breakup, separation, or divorce, is for you to forgive, energetically forgive. This doesn't mean that you have to pick up the phone and call someone, especially if it's not a safe environment, or especially if, that is not what you're called to do. You can forgive energetically, because forgiveness is not about the other person. It's about you. It's about you clearing your heart chakra. It's about you understanding that you can create the closure that you need in order for you to move in a lighter, brighter direction. And it starts by you just, again, it says here, betrayals scar. Forgiveness is not about condoning, it's about releasing yourself. The more that you keep holding on to a grudge, the more that you keep holding on to bitterness, the more it poisons you. Okay. And this is symbolically. I'm talking about symbolically, right? The moment that you release it, you let go, it allows you here to lighten your load, lighten your heart chakra, and close the chapters that need to be closed. Now, here with scars, with betrayal's scar, healing your heart chakra, obviously super important. Using the 639 hertz solfeggio frequency, which is a heart chakra frequency, and the Ho'oponopono prayer or Ho'oponopono chant, in order for you to forgive yourself also, because this is about forgiving other people, but it's also about forgiving yourself. Maybe you didn't have the insight, maybe you didn't have the knowledge, maybe you didn't have the maturity that you have now. And so this is talking about that sense of clearing. Okay, forgiving yourself as well as forgiving the other person, the situation, the event. It says the anger within. Anger is a teacher, not an enemy. Explore its roots rather than suppressing it. So you may also be here clearing the anger, the resentment, the grudge, maybe even feelings of revenge that you may have had in the past or recent past. But it's really clearing this energy here and letting go of the anger, because the anger produces bitterness. And bitterness, it's like a domino effect, but it's a domino effect leading down the rabbit hole of lower vibrational energy. So by you allowing yourself to release yourself from the burden of the pain, the anger, and maybe even the regret, maybe even the guilt, it allows you to clear the path here for your heart for 2026. All right, let's see. Remember 2026, if you add all the numbers of 2026, you get the number 10. Now in numerology, we look at single digit numbers. Okay? So 1 plus 0 equals 1. So if we take away that 0, we still get the number 1. Ones are about new beginnings. Ones are about new chapters. So we want to start 2026 as a new chapter. And in order to do so, there may be some work that may be required here so that love life, something flipped over again, your love life here opens up. Your heart chakra opens up, that you're more accepting to the healthy love that you deserve. It says here, friendship test. Your friendship is being tested for loyalty. And due to the fact that you may have, again, experienced this breakup, separation, or divorce in the past or recent past, it may have been very difficult for you to trust again. It may have been very difficult for you to even allow yourself to open the door even to friendship. Because the betrayal in whatever way, shape, or form, this may be showing up itself over and over again in your love life, or maybe maybe it shows up early. It shows up as friends first. Maybe these energies here show up in your friendship sector first, and it creates a little bit of a challenge to be able to expand or grow or evolve from a friendship to a connection, because of the clearing that needs to happen here. And maybe these residual energies have created this idea in your mind where you have to test someone. You have to test. You have to test to see, do they really like me? So I'm going to say this, or I'm going to do this because I'm not sure. And that comes from a lack energy or a lack mindset. So this is saying here, an amazing way that you can clear the past connections and the past residual pain from the breakup, separation, or divorce is for you to, not test for loyalty, but rather see, are you being honest and true to yourself first? And that first step may be, again, forgiving yourself and forgiving the situations, the environments where you may have felt the hurt or felt the pain, and let go of the anger within. Let's take a look at another deck here. And of course, there's going to be, this one and 3 more. As I said, these readings for December may be a little longer, but it's because we're diving deep into the clarity. So let's see here what release may potentially be occurring here in December in order for Leo to clear past connections, clear past wounding, and finally open the door to love in 2026. Desperate. I'm in a bind and don't know what to do. I may be acting irrationally. Remember that I was just talking about this test, so to speak, that whether some of you may consciously or subconsciously do. You may test a person's loyalty. You may test a person's whatever this may be. Again, this is a general reading because there's a part of you here that just wants to make sure, but it's coming across as externally. You want to make sure of something about other people, but you're not allowing yourself to look at where is this test type of energy coming from. Is it coming from because there has been a lack of you forgiving yourself and forgiving the person or people or situations from the past or recent past, a breakup, separation, or divorce? Is it coming from the anger within? Because anger is a teacher. It says here, anger is a teacher. Because once you're angry about something, or once you're triggered by something, maybe even triggered by this card that says desperate, then you need to understand, well, why am I being triggered by these words, these emotions? Why am I being triggered in a friendship? Am I moving from being friends into being lovers, into being in a deeper connection too fast? Am I doing it too fast, or am I already, am I treating, or am I giving into certain temptations very early because I think subconsciously that may show someone how much I care about them or how much I like them? And in reality, that may be backfiring here, where this is saying it's better to build a friendship in a healthy way, right? And that building of that friendship may be slowly. It's not going to happen overnight. It might not happen in 30 days. It might not happen in 60 days. It might take time for you to build the groundwork necessary. And so by taking it slowly, you are not showing, or maybe you're not showing being desperate or desperation. Maybe the other person is perceiving it in that way. So this is all about, well, what do I need to do, or what should I do in order to change these dynamics that may be potentially causing a bit of a blockage in my heart chakra or in my love life, right? Let's dive a little deeper and get more clarity here on betrayal, scar, the anger within, and let's see what else is coming through. All right, single Leo, let's see what's coming through again. Taking a look here at what release may be potentially occurring in December in order for you to clear the past connections, breakup, separation, divorce, the emotional, residual, and mental memories, so that you can have a more open heart chakra for 2026. The new beginning of your love life. You have, wow. You saw that shuffling? Guess what? Aries had the same card popping up in the same position. Some of you may have placements in Aries. Doesn't necessarily have to be, but it could be. And if you want to know more about your placements, look down below in the description box. I left a free link there for you if you're interested in finding out more about your astrological natal chart. Now you have here enlightenment and moving forward. You, once December comes in, right? Or maybe you've been even experiencing this energy now. You may start seeing an unfolding here about you being very curious in regards to that soul searching. You may be very comfortable being single. Maybe you've been single for quite some time. But this moving forward is saying 2026, you're going to be very much open to a new chapter, because December may be the month here potentially where you do that soul searching, where you do this introspection, where you really start looking at the truth of perhaps, the energies I channeled here earlier. And you really taking a look at, why does that trigger me? Or why does, when someone does this in a friendship, why does it trigger me? Or why am I moving from getting to know someone to quickly moving or fast pacing something here? Why am I doing those things, right? So this is very much kind of focusing here, even though it's not the Hermit in Tarot, it gives the energy of that Hermit card in Tarot, because it's that introspection. Let's see here, Leo, what else is coming through in regards to friendship test. Your friendships is being tested for loyalty, or that you test your friendship here for loyalty. I'm also getting here being very judgmental in regards to like forming judgments too soon also when you meet someone, like letting go of that. Maybe it's a habit for some of you. Maybe it's, again, like I said, it's a way for you to, you do this because you're afraid. You're afraid to get hurt again. You're afraid to be in a connection here that may not last, right? But remember, when you test in that way, it comes from a lack mindset. So let's see what else is coming through for you. It says, oh my gosh, you're getting the same, pretty much almost the same reading as Aries. Aries had the same card, same position. And I shuffle. I'm an aggressive shuffler. So there could be here sign, symbol, synchronicities. The one who hesitates here is ponder, delay, confidence. It's letting go. It's the one who hesitates. It's you letting go of the hesitation, the overthinking, the delaying. Maybe others of you keeping someone very, in the friend zone a lot, way too long. Maybe it's again, the pendulum, it swings in one direction and it stays there for a while, and instead of just moderately coming in the center, it just swings over to the other side. And so for some of you, it's moving too fast from friendship into wanting something very serious or something next step. And that, of course, showing a little bit of this energy here of desperation in some way, shape, or form. Clearing that energy. Also here, it could be the other way around. Others of you really staying in the friendship zone for way too long. The one who hesitates, confidence. Confidence being, feeling a little bit lackluster in something. And maybe that's the reason why this may be something that is surfacing and resurfacing here time and time again. It may be a pattern. And it also may be a pattern that you meet someone and you want to move out of the friendship zone, and somehow it just stays there. You know what I mean? It's like you're stuck in friendship zones for 5, 6, 7, 10, all these years. And you're like, but why? Why am I'm binded to this cycle of we can't get out of the friend zone. So December here is opening up the door for you to really kind of look deeper in what that may be. And there may be here, again, the anger within, but also here confronting your self-sabotaging thoughts or limited beliefs. All right, let's take a look here at the last and final card here. And let's see here what release may be potentially occurring in the month of December in order for you to clear the path of your heart chakra here. Let's see. Oh, okay. That's what, look at that. The Devil card in tarot. Self-sabotaging thoughts or limited beliefs. Exactly what I just said a little while ago, especially with that anger within. I feel here that it's not just the anger within, but it's also the shadows of the past, the memories of the past coming back to haunt, to remind, to let you see this is how you are, or this is, this is how you were back then. How are you going to change that now? And are you going to change it, right? The Devil card in tarot is ruled by Capricorn, and Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. Saturn is known as the toughest teacher, which interesting. It says here, anger is a teacher. Saturn, the planet Saturn, is known as the toughest teacher because it reminds us of lessons that we need to learn once and for all in order for us not to do something over and over again, to get out of a pattern. It shows us what our limitations are. It brings to light the blockages, the self-sabotaging thoughts, the limited beliefs, the temptations. The Devil card. It says, I am free of whatever is holding me back. And that, Leo, here is that validation confirmation. In order for you to move forward, you need to let go of these self-sabotaging thoughts or limited beliefs. Remember, the Devil card is about attachment. It's the attachment of an idea. It's the attachment of a storyline. It's the attachment of the victim or martyr mindset. It's the attachment of the script that you keep putting on repeat in the back of your mind. It is the anger that, may be difficult to release. It may be the bitterness that's difficult to release. It may be the betrayal that's difficult to release. But here in December, this is saying it's time for you to really take a good look, because 2026 is a 1 year, which is all about new beginnings. And so this is saying, well, December, you uncover, you release, you heal, or continue the healing process so that you can free yourself from whatever has been holding you back in your love life, so that you are open to a brand new beginning for 2026, or at least you've done the groundwork in order to start planting new energy in your love life. That being said, Leo, I hope these messages have been insightful. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like, share, and continue to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Don't forget to drop a rose in the comment section. That lets me know that these messages have resonated for you. Up next, we have Sagittarius. But before we jump into Sagittarius's reading, I do want to say, intuitive friends, welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Lexa Tarot, and I am a second-degree Reiki practitioner, as well as an intuitive tarot and oracle reader. And if you are interested in learning more about me, my client testimonials, or my credentials, just take a look down below in the description box. All my information is down below. And for those of you who are my subscribers, my new viewers and visitors alike, I want to thank each and every one of you for your love, your support, and your loyalty to the channel. I greatly appreciate it. Today I am channeling messages here, focusing on what release may be potentially occurring in December in order to clear the path of past connections, past memories, past emotions, so that you can finally open the door to love, the love that you deserve in 2026, okay? So this is pretty much about clearing all the things that may still be residually there, or finally healing and, again, tying up the loose ends. And up next, we have Sagittarius. Intuitive friends, don't forget to take a look at your December readings. They are already ready. They're coming out, okay, throughout the week, between this week and next week. Oh, I'm sorry, between this upcoming week, we should be done with all of them. This week and next week, I should say. So don't forget to take a look at those readings. That's going to give you more insight. And of course, if you miss the what you don't see coming readings, you can take a look at them at the playlist where it says bonus messages. Okay, those bonus messages readings focus also on what you don't see coming. All right, for October, November, and it includes December. Okay, so maybe it didn't resonate in October, maybe it didn't resonate in November, but maybe it can resonate, or it might resonate here for December. So check out those messages as well. Don't forget to drop a rose in the comment section for those messages that you feel that resonate for you. All right, intuitive friends, I also have, is this your tarot story? You could also take a look at that as well. And I just did a reading not too long ago on that, so that's just freshly new on the channel. And if that tarot message doesn't doesn't resonate, it's fine. Take a look at the other messages in the Is This Your Tarot Story listing. All right, intuitive friends, let's jump into the next reading, and that's going to be for Sagittarius. Sagittarius, let me see, it is Sagittarius season already. Happy birthday, Sagittarius. All right, let's go up with Sagittarius. Intuitive friends, just so you know, if you miss any of the readings, as soon as I finish these readings, I will be adding timestamps, and then you can just click on the timestamp and it's going to lead you straight to the reading. Up next, we have Sagittarius. Hello, Sagittarius, and welcome back to the channel. These readings are for the Singles Collective. So if you are a single Sagittarius, either in your sun, moon, or rising, or if you are a Sagittarius in other placements on your astrological natal chart, if you're a Sagittarius in your placements where it's about love, connections, partnerships, marriage, and romantic connections, then these messages are for you. And if you don't know what those places may be, if you are Sagittarius in your Venus, if you're a Sagittarius in your Juno, or if you're Sagittarius in your 5th house, or if you're a Sagittarius in your 7th house, then these messages are for you. And of course, if you're interested in finding out your placements, all you need to do is look down below in the description box. And there I have a link that's going to give you information about you learning more how to do that. It is a free, well, the last time I checked, it's a free tool. Okay, so check that out and see how that may give you more information about your astrological natal chart. Okay, that being said, single Sagittarius, welcome. My name is Lexa Tarot, and I am a 2nd degree Reiki practitioner, as well as an intuitive tarot and oracle reader. And if you are interested in learning more about me, my client testimonials, or my credentials, just take a look down below in the description box. All my links are down below. For those of you who are new to my channel, or for those of you who are my subscribers, okay, my subscribers, my new viewers, and visitors alike, I want to thank each and every one of you for your love, your support, and your loyalty to the channel. I greatly appreciate it. Today, I'm going to be, I'm channeling messages here, focusing on what release may be potentially occurring in the month of December in order to clear your past connections, clear your heart chakra, and clear any residual energies needed before you jump, or before we jump into 2026. Okay. All right. This may be a little bit of a long reading, just giving you a heads up, because I am going deeper into the connections, into the readings here. All right, so let's see here, Sagittarius, what's coming through for you, single Sagittarius. What release may be potentially occurring here in December in order for you to clear past connections, the breakup, separation, divorce, the emotional, mental memories here, so you can finally open the door to love, the love that you deserve in 2026. Let's take a look what's coming through for you here, Sagittarius. And we have here your inner circle. Your inner circle. This is the circle of your mind. The scripts, I'm sorry here. There we go. Wait, hold on a second. Let's turn this around. My apologies here, Sagittarius. Give me 1 second here. Pardon the lighting. I don't know why it's caused. Okay, hold on. Ooh. Okay, that should be a whole lot better. There we go. It says your inner circle. Sagittarius, your inner circle says challenge the voice of self-doubt. It is often shaped by past conditioning, not the truth. So there may be a storyline. It's interesting here, Sagittarius, because Aries and Leo had something very similar to this energy. And again, it says your inner circle. I'm so sorry. It's not circle, it's critic. Oops. I don't know why I was saying your inner circle. That is probably important here at some point. We'll see what that circle may be about. But your inner critic here, it says challenge the voice of self-doubt. It is often shaped by past conditioning, not truth. So the way or the manner in which you are moving potentially here currently in your love life is very much created by the storyline, by the past, by those breakup, separation, divorce experiences, memories, emotions. Challenging your self-doubt, your self-sabotaging thoughts or limited beliefs. Maybe here also, because I'm seeing like someone pointing the finger, saying, oh no, it was the other person. Okay, but you're being challenged here to take a look also inward. It's funny because it's coming across that some of you may think of this in a way as it's connected to only like really important or long commitments or something like that. And this is talking about the self-doubt even in casual connections. Because for some of you, it's like you go from one casual connection to another casual connection to another casual connection. And then you're wondering, well, why is it that I'm just in the same pattern here? And this is coming across as you doubting that, either that you're able to kind of like dig your roots or find the foundation or the stability in one person. And I feel I'm getting kind of like a very casual type of energy here in the manner that you may be moving in your love life. And that I feel has a lot to do with this self-doubt. Keeping things very casual is fine, but keeping it casual when you're looking for something deeper may resort to being friend zoned or friend zoning people here as well. Let's see what else is coming through. I want to say Leo had something very similar to that energy too. Let's see what's coming through. I'm also getting here to kind of like dial down that inner critic also. Meaning you being very hard or judgmental about yourself, or things that you may have done in the past or recent past. All right, let's see what else is coming through. What release may be potentially occurring here? There you go. Potential. It says unspoken desires. You see? This is what okay, so for some of you, remember that I said circle before? The circle is the loop. It's the symbolic loop that some of you here may find yourself in connections that you feel a lot more deeper for the person, where there's a lot more desires and there's a lot of more, there's just like a deeper sense of, there's a deeper sense here of how you may be feeling, or what you may be expecting. Also could be here also expectations, but I feel there's a lot of like emotions here that you may find yourself in very casual relationships or connections or friendships, and you don't talk about that layer of how you may truly be feeling towards someone, or that someone else may be feeling a whole lot deeper for you. But because you have this, remember the circle I kept saying, I said your inner circle, the inner loop that you have in your mind. Okay, let's keep it casual. Let me not commit. I don't want to grow roots here. I just want to see how this connection is. Let's keep it, light and casual. It may be creating this energy where the other person sees a lot of great, valuable qualities in you. They may start having feelings and emotions towards you. And because you're in a very casual type of energy, you don't allow yourself to explore what that inner depth of that friendship could be, what is in store. Okay, there may be kind of like the superficial type of energy in your friendships or in your connections, and you may be potentially here cutting off either potential valuable friendships or valuable connections because of your lack of allowing yourself to go deeper into these connections in a way. So again, if it's superficial, it's like, because I'm getting here like this kind of like, I want to move deeper in a more intimate sense, but not go deeper with other things. So especially if you want to keep it casual, but yet you are really moving deeper in other ways, there is a disconnect, right? There's a disconnect there between that. So there may be valuable connections here. That may be a cycle here, or a repeating pattern. So there's a little bit of this conditioning. That's why, again, past conditioning, the circle, the chasing your tail type of energy. Unspoken desires, unexpressed inner desires, often hidden by needs or emotions. Keeping things very superficial, but in reality, there's more behind the friendship, or there's more behind whatever this may be. And you may find yourself in that type of hamster wheel type of energy. And so in December, this is talking about you clearing that pattern. Okay, let's see here what else is coming through. Single Sagittarius, what other storyline here needs to be cleared? Secret. See, there's something I'm holding back. Secret. Okay, secret of the unspoken desire. This loop of being either interested in someone and not saying it, interested in someone and or in a friendship, and it's like you're scared that you're gonna mess up the friendship if you just honestly say what you want to say in regards to your emotions. Keeping something superficial, because you're afraid to plant roots in a specific connection. Also, that may be a storyline here. But this is reminding you here that what needs to be released, or what should be released here in the month of December, or what may unfold for you, right? It's saying, ta-da, this is something that's reoccurring here over and over again. One way to shift that paradigm here is to start working on yourself in the area of why is it that I either end up being friend zoned, or why is it that I'm so afraid to, plant roots in certain connections, or with certain people that I feel they're very valuable. I want to get to know them in other levels, but then in other levels, I'm holding back. Okay, so that's how this is coming across. Let's continue to unfold what release may be potentially occurring here in December in order for you to clear the past connections, past memories, past emotions, so that you, single Sagittarius, can finally open the door to love in 2026. Let's get more clarity here with your inner critic. Resources. You have unlimited resources within your, I'm so sorry about the glare. I'm trying to minimize that as much as I can. Here we go. I know it looks crooked, but there we go. You have resources. You have all the tools and all the resources in order for you to get over your self-doubt, because you are a very confident sign, Sagittarius. You're a fire sign. Okay. And if you are a fire sign in whatever placement, and then on top of that, you also have a fire, let's pretend that you also have a fire sign in another placement that has to do with love, connections, partnerships, then I can almost guarantee here you are a very charismatic person. You draw people's attention to you. You may not even have to do much to draw people's attention. There's something about you, your magnetism. So you have the resources, the tools, the come hither type of energy. But what may be creating here a blockage in your love sector, and as well as in your heart chakra, is your ability to dial down your internal noise and your self-doubt when it comes to locking a good connection down. You see what I'm saying? Unspoken desire. There may be also fears here of, how will my single life merge with, being in a connection. And if that's something here that you often find yourself thinking about, that is that voices of self-doubt that may be whispering in your ear time and time again. So again, back to that circle that I was saying at the top of the reading, it's that hamster wheel idea in the back of your mind, like, wow, if I get into a connection, I'm going to have to give up X, Y, and Z. And it may not be the case. It may be just your narrative in your mind, because it's not about giving up anything. It's about, well, how can I attract someone that is on my same element, right? Or my same, belief systems here. Let's get more information here and more clarity unspoken desires. The one who divines, futura, future, choice, judgment. Okay. Futura is a person, look at this, someone reading the cards for you here. Now, what's interesting about this card specifically is because the two cards that this person has in their hand is the Death card in Tarot. And the Death card in Tarot says La Mort, l'amour, right? I don't know if you pronounce the T or not. I think that's French, but it's the Death card in Tarot. Okay? And the Death card in Tarot is ruled by Scorpio. The Death card in Tarot is about breaking cycles. So what the release that may be potentially occurring here in December, in order for you to clear your heart chakra, in order for you to clear those things that need to be cleared in your love life, is for you to embody the Death card in Tarot, which is about ending the cycle. Dead, done, and over with. Breaking the habit. And as you break the habit of whatever storyline, whichever storyline may resonate here for you, you are allowing yourself to have a more open mindset here about the future of your love life. You're allowing yourself here to make the choices of saying goodbye to those patterns or to that habit, and allowing yourself to open up for other opportunities. And I don't know if you could see it here, but this person in the necklace, it has a dice. Okay, I don't know if the camera could pick it up, but it's right there. That's a die. Okay. And die is about rolling, right? Rolling the dice and seeing what the chances are to get or to hit X, Y, and Z. And so it becomes this energy of like letting go of that kind of like I said, I said this earlier, I said it's coming across as very, very casual energy. Whether it's that you may kind of move in the direction of being very casual, perhaps in connections that you feel a little bit more emotionally committed to, or more emotionally, there are more emotions there because you have secret. There's something I'm holding back. So let's get the last and final card here with secret. And Sagittarius, if you feel that these messages are resonating for you, feel free to drop a rose in the comment section. And that lets me know that these messages are resonating for you. That being said, if you haven't subscribed already, then feel free to subscribe to the channel, turn on your notification bell and all alerts. And let's see what else is in store here potentially for you in the month of December. Secret. Let's find out more. Here with secret, you have the moon. My intuition guides me in the right direction. You using your intuition as a tool, as a resource. Like I said, you have tools and resources already that can help you clear the residual energies, memories, and feelings, emotions, and thoughts about past connections. But you also have here the intuition to guide you in the right path and towards the right connection that you feel is aligned to your belief systems, right? That you see value in. So this is also saying here, Sagittarius, for you, especially if you meet someone, or when you meet someone that you feel that there could be a potential, then you need to start looking at it from a different standpoint. How can you ensure that the manner that you are moving that connection is not giving the energy of friend zone or casual, that you are giving the energy of like, yes, I'm looking for depth. And the moon card in tarot, I would say the positive aspect of it is us using our intuition to guide us, right? Listening to our gut level emotions, paying attention to the vibes and the energy. But also the moon card in tarot. And by the way, because you have the moon card here, I also want to mention that on December 4th, it is our last full moon, which is going to be super moon. So maybe even using the full moon, super moon on December 4th, and that's going to be in Gemini, using that as a resource in order to move in the direction of manifesting the actual things that you are looking for or that you are wanting to attract in your love life. Because the super moon, the full moon, super moon here is happening December 4th. Of course, it all depends where you live and your location. That may change a couple days here and there. But yeah, remember the full moon energy is at its highest during the full moon. But there's also, a couple days before and after that super moon, full moon that's happening in Gemini that you can use also for manifestation. The moon also creates a sense of like fear or worry sometimes, okay? Gets us hyper emotionally vigilant. So, you know, that fear or that anxiety here, just keeping an eye on that. And, the moon card is about the quiet and the stillness. So really taking into account and really taking a look at, why is it that you keep certain things secret so that you can tackle that, right? Mend, fix, repair it so that there's a sense of like, it may come across as like mysterious to some people, right? Like that sense of quiet, but also, especially if it's a person who's really looking for a deep rooted connection or commitment or, kind of wanting to create something here that's more of that's not a high and by, the whole keeping feelings to yourself and thoughts to yourself may create a little bit of tension. And so this is why in December, this is saying it's time to kind of clear these energies so that you are you are kind of starting 2026 in this new clean slate energy. All right, Sagittarius, I hope these messages have been insightful. By the way, you have rainbow moonstone. That may be a really good stone for you here, especially during the super moon, last full moon, super moon in 2025, which is December 4th. That being said, intuitive friends, Sagittarius, I hope these messages have been insightful. And don't forget to drop a rose in the comment section if these messages resonate. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like, share, and continue to subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.